Hello and welcome to another video tutorial of InstiKit School ERP. In this video, we will be exploring the academic module. Once you complete the installation, you need to set up the academic module first before start using any other module. The academic module includes some modules like department, program, session, period, division, course, batch, subjects, and much more. These submodules are arranged in hierarchical order. That means you need to create a department first before you create a program, and you need to create program first before you create a session, and so on. So let's start with the department. Departments are divisions within an educational institute responsible for specific subject areas or field of study. For example, you can create mathematics department, science department, or humanities department. It is basically used in higher educational institute, and you can leave this module for your institute if you don't need it. This department module is available to the user having academic-department:manage permission. You can go to roles and permission and then move to permission tab and then select the academic module and make sure you have academic department:manage permission. If you don't have this permission, you will not be able to get this menu. To add a new department, you can click on the add department button, and you need to provide a unique name for the department. That means two departments cannot have the same name. So let's create a department called mathematics department. And the code and shortcodes are optional, but if provided, they should be unique. So let's say maths, and you can also provide an alias if you want, and then put optional description. You can then click save. Once you create a department, you get a tabular view. Let's create another department, say science department, and the code is. Now you get an option to sort the department by name or by code. You can also rearrange the department by clicking in this reorder department option. You can then drag and drop. If you want to put science department ahead of mathematics department, you can drag and then click reorder. So by default, the departments are ordered by position. You also get an option to filter the department by name. And then you can take a printout, generate PDF, and you can also export to the Excel. There is also an option to add in charge, that is department in charge. You can click in this in charge option and then click add department in charge. You can select the department, select the employee, select the start date, click save button to add a department in charge. When the end date is provided, it is considered as the end of in charge period. Any employee added as a department in charge will be able to access all the department data, including programs, courses, batches, subjects, and students. So that's all about department. Let's move to program module. To access the program submodule, you can go to academic and then program submodule. Programs are specific academic courses or degree programs offered by any educational institute. For example, Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, etc. User with program manage permission can create, edit, delete any programs. To add a program, you can click on add program button. Select the type of the program. These are the predefined lists. Say you want to create undergraduate program, select undergraduate. Department is optional. If you have already created department, you can select it. Say science department, and then you can name Bachelor of Science and then code BSc. And then you can also put short code, which is optional, but when entered it should be unique. You can also add alias, and then there is also a toggle button to enable or disable registration. If you want to enable the registration, just toggle it. Now students can register in this program. Next, click on the save button, and now the program is created. Similar to department reorder, you can also reorder the programs by clicking in this reorder program option. You can place the programs in the respective order and then click reorder. You can also sort the program by name, by code, etc. You can filter the program by clicking in this filter option, and then you can take a printout, generate PDF, and export the program list in the Excel sheet. There is also an option to add program in charge. You can click on the in charge option and then add program in charge. You can select the program, the employee, and the start date, and again the end date if entered will be considered as the end of program in charge period. This is how you can manage the program submodule. The next submodule is session and period. There is a minor difference in session and period. Session is the academic year of the educational institute, while period is the specific period of the session. For example, 2024-2025 is a session and June to December 2024 is a period. That is, a session can contain multiple periods. If there is single period in a session, you can skip creating session and create period directly. User with session manage permission can create, edit, delete, view and export sessions. You can click on the add session button and then enter the name of the session 2024-25, and then put a code if you want. Enter the short code, which is optional. You can also create an alias, and then you need to provide a start date and end date. Say April 1st 24 to March 31st 2025, and then you can click save. So this session starts from 1st of April 2024 to 31st of March 2025. You can sort the session by name, by start date, by end date, and then you get the option to filter the session. You can also take a printout and generate PDF and export to Excel. Once you create session, you can move to period. As mentioned earlier, periods are subdivisions of a session that represent a specific term or semester. For example, fall 2023 or spring 2024. We have more specific permission for period module. You can go to role and permission, select the permission tab, and then click on the academic module, and then you will get various permissions like period read, period create, period edit, period delete, and period export. There is also period change and period config permissions. You can assign these permissions to specific roles for those you want to manage those actions. To add a period, you can go to period menu, click on add period button, and then select the session if you have already created. If you don't have any session, you can leave it. Name the period, say June to December 2024. You can put the code, you can put the short code, you can create an alias, and then you need to provide the start date. Say June 1st to December 31st. And then again you have an option to enable or disable registration. You can enable it and then click save. So periods, once created, you get the tabular view. You can sort the period by start date, by end date, by created at date. You can filter the period by name, and then you can take printout, you can generate PDF and export to Excel. Once you create a period, you also get period drop down. You can see it here. If I add one more period, say Jan to March 2024-25, and then start date will be January to March 31st, and save. Now you will see there is a period drop down, so you can switch to any period by clicking on the period name. You get period wise data for all the modules, so you need to make sure that you are in the correct period. You can simply click on any period name and then switch to that particular period. Each period has its own courses, batches, subjects and fee related data. You can go to period show and then can see all the details related to that period. There is an option to import the data from one period to another period. If you have same courses, batches, subjects or fee related data between periods, then you can import the data. In that case, you need to select the period, say 2024-25, and then you can select the submodules which you want to import and then click save. In that case, all the data from selected period will be imported to this particular period. Periods are very important for any educational institution. You should properly set up the period before creating any data. If you have any question how you should set up the period, you can send an email to hello@scriptment.com. That's all for this video. We will continue exploring the academic module in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.